Greetings, Earth. Back with another video. Desculpa. Uh, Today I'm gonna talk about my childhood, what they did. Now I can't go through a lot of details because there's a lot of people involved. I think even generals of armies are involved. He's kind of cloning my childhood friend now. They're kind of like this organized crime, Brazilian organized crime. I can affirm, but I think these people molested children when we were younger because in high school of America they were dealing with their high school. Now that it's all destroyed and they destroyed my life, Brazilian men, especially short men and men, bald men, they have this need of picking up a blonde woman to conquer this exercise of men organized crime. They are setting that in order for you to be a man, you have to have a blonde woman to show as a trophy, because they knew that the shit that they did against me is so big. Now they're involving armies and generals and crooked police. Most of them, they probably are murders. They are building this PM, they call Brazilian police PM. This PM guy, it's aggressive guy. He stays all day at the gym working like his resistance to whenever he give an order to society and his mass, so that this energy comes against to whoever he's targeting, and then we can feel that, and then we can just like either like a shit in our pants, we can have a heart attack, we can have like some sort of like a shock at the moment, and we just like pass out, die, or have a stroke or something like that. They have this power to do that, and it's all made by the mind. They work on the individual, their target. They work on your mind, your conscious. They work on your visual words. They destroy your life. They make you feel like you have no place in this planet. They have no place in this world. And then when to show off for some woman or to try to get to your woman, it's we call descarga elétrica. I don't know how you say it in English, but it's kind of like an electric power that they pass to each other. I have that too, but mine is not that strong because I'm not into man organized crime conspiracy. Only if you're in a man conspiracy that you have this power to. Some of them call a culhão, whatever. They create bunch of different names for this electric power that they kind of like. They are pretty mean. They're like straight murders. They're like children rapers. They murder children. They done so much, and now they're trying to put me in this conversation of theirs. Most of police and drug dealers and criminals reporters, they are copying my brother-in-law. It's a member of a family that has DNAs of a Zulu tribe. He made sure to get in my family somehow through my sister. Now he's like he's spreading his body expression, his way of he's very like I would, if I was talking in Portuguese, it would be better. I'm speaking English because I want to be like a kind of more out there. But he has this kind of like his smooth way of like, I'm so holy, and I'm such an angel, and I'm just gonna get. But he wants the same thing. He's an unpresident man using my life and my disgrace and my unfortunes to try to get where he is right now. Right now they are having a connection, like a spiritual conversation between this reporter and the general of Brazil of the army. The general of Brazil, it represents my childhood friend, which is a backstabber, and then they're kind of like going around things. They're all the crime, most of Afro descendants, like music, they all represent his brother, like his older brother. Younger, when it's anything to do with like fights, things that people arguing and backstabs and drugs and what is no good, it's his younger brother. And then they made sure that he goes through everything that I go through. He's now in Uber, and he have a wife and I don't. He got a child and I don't. They make sure that he have a car and I don't. It's just like pure envy in this true life is like a reality. It's like they express true envy towards me, and I'm just letting it happen. Right now, sometimes when I go online, I see they kind of put pieces of our childhoods everywhere online, like YouTube. They try to say that I'm a child molester. When they try to take over my body and try to push me into homosexuality, and they are trying to reverse the situation, say that I am the child molester, when they was the one molesting me. I don't want to talk about, because I want to continue as a man, and I'm a man, and I'm still going to be straight, even if I'm single. It's nobody's business. Even if I someday decide to be gay, it's nobody's business. But the one thing I know, Brazilians, they don't have what it takes to be a man, or to walk, or to be president, or to be politics, and they keep trying to make me become homosexual so that I can emphasize them some more, show them how the ways of my father, how a man should care himself, how a man should make decisions when the whole world is against them. They do not know how to do that. So they think that the shortcuts, it should make me a homosexual. They already threatened to rape me once before. I was in Naomi, Nevada. They threatened me. I left. I gave a ride to a random person, like thinking I was doing charity. But then it's so much crap and bad stuff that these people do. They're just like, I don't say much about, because I look at them, they are having a struggle of baldness, which I never noticed before. They are concerned about the size of my dick. They are constantly talking about my ex-wife. They are cloning my ex-wife into so many prostitutes and sluts throughout Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else, because somehow this man, they have one of them that is very powerful that might have lost towards me, and he doesn't admit, and so he's moving the entire planet about me, and the planet is very small. He cannot just put a hand in the pocket and hand me some money. No, he wants to destroy me somehow. That's how it looks like. They take my house, they take my clothes, they take my car, they take my women, they take my job. They just have this. My friend from childhood, it's a stranger. I grew up with the guy. I feel that I have his DNA on me. I know the entire man from the bottom all the way to the top. We don't socialize for several years. We met last time, I think, was when we were children. When I came back from the United States, he kind of gave me a reverence of who I am, kind of like, oh, let me pay some bill for him. He made a little party thing. It was cute. I feel him around. I feel him around me. Sometimes helps that I have throughout life. I can feel him. I know T.I. is his clone too. The rapper T.I. is his clone. I just don't know what kind of position these people are doing against me in the future to murder me, because probably they might try to either murder me or try to once again to try to transform me into a homosexual. Recently, they created a situation with me that I have to deal with court. I went there. The lawyer of the guy looks like he's homosexual. I can't affirm, but I think he is. I'm not just going to question him, because homosexuals don't want you to be questioning them all the time about. But it's always some guy like this, long hair. I'm always taking, I don't know. I think they marked me when I was younger, and right now I'm facing a situation in life that I don't know where to run to. Every time they wait until I build a business when I'm like, okay, I think I can settle here. I think to myself, like, I don't know if I can try my ex again. I think I'm just gonna move on. But once I'm thinking of like settling to become a normal person, they start all over again. They bring it up Santa Lucia back. They start talking about child molesting. They've been doing like a mass of prostitution, mass of money washing. These people, they are not Christian. They have no idea what's to be Christian. They do money washing. They kill a person in life in Hollywood and in politics, and then they disappear with the person. The person do never from Christ. They do not know. No, none of them respond to any church. Every time they pressure me to go to church, and I feel things getting bad, and I go to church, I get there. It's all about who has the best car, who has the best clothes. There's always some clone, a better version of Prince William at the church. He's always healthy, big. He has like free, easy ways towards nutrition. So this even I could do better. He has a free ways, benefits, nutrition, everything else, and then he start posing at me. And so that's what Brazilian church is all about. Pose on me and then tell me to go spread the gospel. When I go spread the gospel for them, they tell me to be quiet. Then they start pressuring me about crime, and then I don't do crime. And they get mad when I try to, when they put children to yap at me 24/7 when I tell people not to smoke, to eat health. It's a completely different. They are literally taking what the Bible say. Let's reverse and say our yes will be no, and no, our no will be yes. They're reversing. When they meaning no, they are meaning yes. When they meaning yes, they're meaning no. That's not literally. You can go on that way. If I tell you I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna pass through your right, that's a fact. If you, I don't know, who you following. Brazil, we have a problem in Brazil. Brazilians, they are raised under a disease that's called taboo. It comes from poverty and poor people. That's the only weapon they have once like against one another. Is to make people feel bad about themselves. Oh, you kind of your hair is kind of like. Oh, your eyes is kind of weird. Like, oh, you have a big nose. This is taboo. They put that on you when you're younger. Like older men, grown men, like police grown men. It feels sad to look at them right now because they have the weapons, they have the money. They stole so much money. They stole so much years from me. But they do not know how to walk. They do not know how to just be themselves. They see a guy like me, oh, I gotta crush that guy. That guy is not, you can't be there. You can't be speaking there. You cannot, you don't have the free will to express yourself. I have to crush you. So then he starts shit with criminals that he made. He takes a teenager from school, crush him, and then put him to work for him. I want you to shoot that guy. I want you to harass him at the street. They start this when we're younger. They call this bizarro. When we adult, they get like a real criminal. So you either kill him or get rid of him, or you stay at home, don't go out, and you stop socializing. Police, they all watching us from the supposed BS police station, from like a computer, or assuming our thoughts, assuming that you're gonna go. The only social areas that we go, he's like, oh, he's gonna be there, so they assume that you're gonna be there. If you don't, you're just not socializing, so you became a priest, you're just at home. That's what Brazilians are doing. That's how mean, that's how evil these people are. Meanwhile, they're showing you off on TV, on YouTube, on television, on internet, showing to me that they stole my generation, they stole my era, they stole my time, they stole all my tryouts to inhale life, to pass on my DNA. That's what they did. They do all kind of things. They tell me that there is empty chairs on politics, that if I kiss that ass, they will give me the chair. They talk to me straight to me from TV when I'm alone. They separate my mother's friendship from me. Now I no longer have the intimacy that I used to have with my mother. They broke that with my mother. Every time I talk to my mother, she cut me off, which I know she's together with them. The TV literally speak to me. One time, the reporter, she took I forgot the name, a whip. But I think it was virtual. I was watching like Jornal Nacional. She took a whip and she went like this on me to see if I was looking. And then really whip did like this. I'm like, I'm dreaming. The second time they spoke to me, I was watching some TV, and then she spoke to me, straight to me, and then it came she kind of took over my body, and then she started making me feel horny. All of a sudden, I could look at myself. I was literally masturbating. I'm like, this is not me. I'm thinking like, why am I? And then I looked at her. She said to me like this, not like this. And then she disappeared. And then after a word, she started treating me normal again, pretending she didn't do it. How am I going to tell this to anyone else? So I kept pretending, kept trying to get closer to my mother, like mentally or even like friendship. And she kept making harder and harder and harder. And she kept becoming more and more negative. So things started becoming aggravating in my house. Business went bad. I'm living as a favor in her house. Child molesters are increasing the accusations. Crooked police are visualizing like better positions on armies, or even like, they have like supermodels everywhere, but they are so gay that they only choose women that beat through my hands, women that pass through my life. So when I call them gay, I'm not saying that they're homosexuals, but the attitude that they're doing is gay. What they're choosing, the choices are gay. That's how it should be. Gay. You're still straight, but you choose your choices are gay. And then for example, the general, I can affirm, but I can see my childhood friend on him. Probably is a busy man. I don't know the hierarchy and the things that go through army. It's pretty beautiful. I know a little bit. Even army, they set me up so that I wouldn't go through army because they know I would succeed. And then they always use something about, right now they're using codes of criminals codes, because they want to separate people and limit many men. They just want to limit me. And they don't speak the truth, and they keep talking about the truth, but they just limited me. And at the army, they said, say something like, I'm a hima of family. So just to teach me, to separate me from society. I did not know. I didn't have the father to help me out. Say, why are they prepare me even before I go? I think that if you don't have a father, if your family got tripped like Brazilians do, so I see so many families going through this, your family get divorced, you in trouble, because Brazilians, they are like a nation that they are moved by envy and taboo. They only respect people with cars and people that are blonde or white people. They do not respect people with different color head like myself or darker. They might talk to you and be your friends, but deep down inside them, they are just so full of themselves. Each Brazilian, you see, you take a car from like a short man like this, you see no man on him. He will be so humble that he will be licking your shoes. I've seen it before. They lick your shoes. When you take the car from them, the custom service of this man, he almost put his pants down and give it to you. But the main thing is that these people are using crime concept. They are teaching Americans and strangers to conquer our country by using concepts like, for example, D-E-U. This is a name that's like, if you put an S in the end, it will be Deus. Then they need a puppet to use as God, and then they are trying to put that on me. And then if you say D-E-U, it's Deo, which you did something in the past, which is like, they are trying to force you to be homosexual. I bet they do this with the group of guys that did what they did to me. When we were young, after they molested me, these guys, I don't talk much about them because I don't want to have problems. For me, it's dead. We just say it's dead. We just say this, it's dead. For me, it's, but every time I go online and there is there, I put it in their face too. After they molested me and they tried to incriminate me many times, there was many kids at the area start trying to fuck with me. He would come to me, I'm playing in the street, he'll be like, do you want to fuck me? Sometimes I had my friend from childhood next to me. Here's my testimony. If he denies, he's a liar. He was next to me one time, this guy came to us, he's like, can I blow both of you right now? And I'm like, I looked at my friend, I'm like, I'm cool. He's like, I don't know if he did. So I would leave. There was times they would take us to the jungle, and they all would put their pants down and make like a centipede of kids introducing their penis again behind one another. And then I would say, no, I'm the last one. I never let them do it, but they kept on trying to get connections, like homosexual connections with me. Come on, stick it in. I'm like, no, come on, it's not, you're not that big. Come on, just stick it in. It's going to be fine. They would be doing this all the time to me. So it was hard for me to run from these people. Drugs, homosexuals. He would be like, tricking me to trick other people to help him to have sex with kids at like little bit of like, you know, areas that we used to go to dance and stuff like that. Now that when I look at men like general of army, reporters, waiters, they're all that family. They're all the Zulu family tribe. They're all like my brother-in-law family tribe. They're all that guy. They're all positioned in restaurants. They're all trying to like conquer drugs and police, and they are like stuck on me. I don't know what these people want with me. We don't talk. We don't have social life online. We don't have each other's phone number. We don't talk in the WhatsApp. But the entire internet is about like when they, right, when they did what they did in that little area. I think like for me, they're all tools. They're all being driven by the drug dealers of the United States, which are the rappers. The rapper, the T.I., is the main character because he drives my friend from childhood. His brother, his older brother, is something bigger. It's like it's a organized crime bigger because he's kind of going to Far West. He's trying to copy Far West body expression, and these people has this macho man thing of proving themselves, and that's the position that they put maybe to try to take even my wife or my whole life. I think that's how they feel manly, better, more manly, by stealing. But for me, it's like I think to myself, like, how can you be taking something from me when I'm not part of it? How can you be stealing her from me when I'm not even accepting or acknowledging her? Because if you all part of like a situation that you created to steal my life and to molest me, to make me perish, you all full of shit. I'm like, it's not hurting me. What hurts me is to see that now you're involving new kids, new children, to be constantly parasites of my brain, to try to make my body as that free shell that they spend time here, they live here, they beg for father in me, they beg me for like a teachings, they beg me for books, suggestions. You do not know how to be my friends, and you keep begging me for acknowledgement. You do something wrong, you're like, please, like, you know, go down on my butthole, acknowledge me, lecture me a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to owe some drug dealer something. Their lectures are like this. They are not like men, real men, like our ancestors. And I don't want to offend them, but it's just like, if you see when you watch a movie from a man back in the day, he's like holding the entire thing in his hand. He's talking, he's like, there's nothing. Me, they keep on holding me. For example, I took a long time to understand what was cursing. I remember when I used to curse, I used to be like, oh my God, the general just heard that. I used to think like, he probably heard it. And then I'm thinking like, oh my God, he's gonna, because there is ways that the person can find out that if you're cursing or not. And I'm thinking, okay, before my life was bad, I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm going to enjoy the politics, imagine when they start giving chairs away, and I'm thinking like, okay, I cursed that time, but then this and this and that. It's difficult. It's different. It's horrible. It's like, it's a mess. So that's why sometimes we got to understand this stuff. But this is what I want to talk about, the childhood friend. I just want to let you know that all the things that women are using right now, Deu, meu, so okay, blah, 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 this is all codes between them to take over the world. You can be the general of this space. The women still are ruling you. When they're not ruling you, I will be right next to you. We're going to be enjoying. I'm going to have my life back. Until it's bad and it's not happy ending, trust me, my friend, you're not winning.